Second chances are hard to come by in the state of Wisconsin. At least that's what one woman says. Her story is first tonight at 6. A young woman whose criminal past now haunts her job search says she wants the governor to reconsider whether to offer pardons.
Governor Walker shut down the program upon taking office. News 3's Jessica Arp has more on the issue for us tonight.
Well, criminals who have served their time can typically apply for a pardon, an official act of forgiveness by the governor that restores rights after a sentence has been served. It's a power Walker won't exercise and that some felons say is preventing them from getting a job or moving on with their lives.
I beat myself up every single day and say, what were you thinking? How could you do that?
Jessica Cranfield, speaking with us via Skype from her home in Chippewa Falls, admits she's made mistakes. At 17, she committed a number of crimes, including stealing a purse and clearing a bank account of $100 to buy drugs. For that offense, felony forgery, she went to prison for 2 years.
When October of 2005 rolled around and I was a free woman, I was 20 years old. At 20 years old, you have a lot of life in front of you. So I made the conscious decision that I was never going to get in trouble again.
She hasn't and is now married with children and in school working toward a bachelor's degree in education. The problem, she's unlikely to get her desired job as a teacher.
It's very, very difficult to get a job if you have any type of criminal conviction, but a felony basically guarantees that you won't.
She called the governor's office looking to apply for a pardon and discovered the program has been indefinitely suspended. The move has even gotten recent attention in the New York Times.
It's one of those where there are many examples like that out there, but there are many people who don't have advocates for them. And one of the challenges I've always had is, where do you draw the line on that?
Governor Walker, speaking to reporters last week, says there's been disparities in who got pardons in the past. News 3 asked if it was a job creation issue.
Well, they can get jobs. They just can't get a job in an area that prevents them access because of their felony conviction. But they're not limited in other ways.
It's actually not cost me low-level jobs. I can get a job at McDonald's, but I don't see why what I did when I was 17 should only limit me to that. I want to say to my sons, I was forgiven for making a terrible mistake. Nobody is perfect. Everyone deserves a second chance, because that's what I believe.
The governor also argued that district attorneys can work with former offenders to modify charges. Cranfield says she'd consider that, but can't afford to hire an attorney to undertake that process at this point. She's not the only case of this. The case featured in the New York Times last week was of a veteran and Madison resident who was convicted of felony battery in 2004 and now can't become a police officer because he's not permitted to carry a firearm.
Things that follow you forever, things to think about, and an interesting story. Jessica, thank you very much.